Hello and welcome to the Popular Podcast, episode 6.5, because 6 never happened. I'm your host, Thomas Fitzpatrick, and with me today is Mike Conine,
Yo.
Corey Hahn,
Hey.
and Chris Ferrari.
Oh, hi.
Yes. It's going smoothly so far. I'm enjoying this. It is January 6th, 2014. New year. New prosperities. Sorry for the gap in episodes. There was a bad episode that I didn't publish, and then appendicitis/China, which he still isn't here. 3 weeks without this kid. Anyway, first on our topic. Should I do the game of the year last, or should I do it first?
Might as well do it first. You're going to have to cut all of this show out anyways. You might as well do it now.
No, we'll keep it. It's good. All right. Let's start with some news facts, and we'll get to the list later. Let's probably get to the end, I think. Close it off.
I actually did it like my one and then kind of split a few off into categories, too.
Oh, well, I didn't do that. I just have one. I can probably branch off. Game of the year. Not games of the year. But if you put the effort in, I appreciate that. You can go with it and explain all of the things you want to explain.
No, I can make it quick and just kind of drill down the list so we don't drone on.
Okay. Well, I'll probably catch up with the news that I put in the other podcast, but have to redo. Well, the Steam sale started, and it also ended. And during that duration, there were games on sale. And did people buy any?
I really didn't see a whole lot on there that was worth getting. The only thing I really picked up was Ys Chronicles, which is Ys 1 and Ys 2, because I've heard they're very good. And you can blow through them in, I think, under 10 hours each. And they're supposed to be just really solid action RPGs. And it was like $3.75 for both. So I got that. I think that was about it. It was kind of lackluster this year. It was mostly indie stuff on sale.
I picked up Ys. Which one did I get?
The
Not
same one I
Origin.
got?
No, I
Chronicles?
already have Chronicles. The other one.
Arkham of
The name just slipped. Yes. Or is it Oath? Oath of Fidel.
There's Oath of Felghana, and then there's...
It's the Oath. Yeah.
Okay.
I always forget subtitles because fantasy names. But yeah, I got that. I got not much else. I got Star Wars KOTOR 2.
Yeah, I got that too.
And that other game that I like and told you to buy before, but I forget the name of it all of a sudden.
Valda Story.
Yes, Valda Story. That game is good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a good game.
What is it? Is it a side scroller?
Yeah, it's a Metroid style type of game.
Oh, I should get that then.
You definitely should have. It was $3. It's $15 by default, I think. So whatever.
That's still not bad though.
So it's a really good game.
Well, I got KOTOR, DuckTales HD,
God, that
Far
game
Cry
is...
3 Blood Dragon, because I've been wanting to try it. And I think Max Payne 3
It was a good game.
Edition, something like that.
It's a shame they cut Max Payne out of it, but it was a good game.
I like old fat man. I think I bought Final Fantasy 8 as well.
I already own that game several ways over. I don't need it again.
Which one is that?
Final Fantasy 8.
Oh, 8.
Whatever.
And I also got Dark Souls.
Oh, you didn't have Dark Souls already?
Well, I have it on Xbox, PlayStation, and I have it on PC.
I have it on PS3 and I have the Prepare to Die edition, and I just can't bring myself to play because I know I'm probably going to lose a controller over it.
Matt pre-ordered the
bad.
Dark Souls 2 Ultimate Edition with the statue of the guy and like the art book, and soundtrack, and
Yeah.
it's like $150 or something.
Oh,
I'm sure he would do that. I mean,
Brutal.
it looks decent. The statue looks nice. I'm not going to pay $150 for it, obviously, but
all the pre-order bonuses, they always come in chipped, or something's wrong with them, or there's a head missing, or something.
I remember BioShock 1 had a big issue with the shipping.
It was the
broken off.
it was the drill and the Big Daddy.
Yeah. Mine was fine, but
I love doing is going to just random electronics stores 6 or 8 months after a special edition comes out, and it's like $40 down from $90 or $100.
They had Assassin's Creed 4 on clearance at Target like a month ago, not even.
Like the collector's edition?
Yeah.
Because Micro Center does that sometimes. Like after GTA
never marks anything down ever.
Yeah, they do. Like the GTA collector's edition that was like $80, I found it a year later for like $20.
What Best Buy does is they open the boxes and they sell the statues and stuff separately. There's like a separate aisle in Best Buy where you can buy like the statues and stuff.
I've never seen that.
Well, that's kind of cool, but I also feel bad if anybody wants to buy that game.
Yeah.
Get the collector's edition and not have the collector's stuff. I don't know.
I think Best Buy has to just take out the game from the package altogether. You can't just keep it in the box with an empty slot for the statue.
Well, I'm sure they just have the statue by itself. Like, here's this for $20.
Right.
Yeah, I got the Halo helmet, the Legendary Edition.
I did too.
Voice at GameStop was just like, I'm throwing these away. Do you want one? I'm like,
the
sure.
GameStop near me was doing that for the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I own the GameCube one, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
You were actually supposed to use that as a controller.
I have a slime controller that's impossible to hold, but it's
for
shaped like a
Dragon
tray.
Quest 9?
8, but yeah.
Hey, okay.
You can't play games with it. It's not. And then there was the gun controller, the dual guns for Final Fantasy X too.
Oh,
Equally
God,
impossible to
I remember
use.
that. So stupid.
Yeah, there were some silly controllers. Like at that point, why even make it a controller? Just have a little statue. All right. How
So
about
Corey,
you,
did you get anything on the game sale? Steam sale?
Yeah, I got a lot. Let's see, I got The Walking Dead, the first season of it.
Clementine.
I haven't really played much of that. Don't know if I want to. It's alright. Rogue Legacy. That was kind of fun for a little bit.
I heard good things about that.
I did dig the Rogue Legacy.
I'm so bad at it. I've gone through generations and generations. My family should have died out by now. There shouldn't be anyone left, but they just keep coming up, dwarves and bald women, and one gay guy so far. One bald gay guy, who's also a barbarian.
Sounds about
Well,
right. Definitely from your gene pool.
And, oof. Total War Rome 2. Bought that because it was $30. Most I've ever spent on one game on Steam, I think.
Still
Never
great.
bought anything. What was that?
Still a great game.
It's incredible.
I saw you playing it a lot.
Oh my god, I have wasted so much of my life since I bought it.
Awesome.
It's the exact same game. I feel bad making fun of people who play those shooters that are exact same year after year when I buy Total War games, and they're the exact same thing, except just not in Japan this time, or maybe it's Napoleonic Europe. They don't change much. It's very much the same, and I will continue to pay them for the DLC as it comes out.
Bunch of guys go yar, and you drag them, say, kill these guys, go yar, and it's...
There's a lot more to it than that, but no, please simplify tactics.
What, my tactics is just click everybody and run forward.
Your tactics are to pause, silence them, cast some sort of healing spell. You're too RPG-minded. You need the cold, rational calculations of strategy.
You gotta get stabbed in the face, just give him a phoenix down, he's fine. To get killed, it's over. Can't bring them back. Can't bring them back if there was drama.
Yeah.
They announced Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U.
Oh, God. Can I start with that?
Yes, please.
This is... Hopefully this doesn't touch off on a huge tangent, but it's cliche. I'm going to say it anyway. I know you should not judge a game solely on graphics, but that game just looks so awful. It looks like some first-year graphic design student just threw an ISO together, put it on a disc, and said, guys, look, motion controls.
Are there motion controls in that?
I'm sure there are. It's
I
like
don't know.
Dynasty.
Wii U is very...
I don't know. It
Just
just...
waggle to attack.
Yeah.
requires a Wii U controller to make shitty controls happen.
I mean, I'm sure it could have potential. I mean, some of those Dynasty Warrior games, like the Gundam ones, they're they're kind of fun. They're mindless, but they're at least aesthetically pleasing.
Fist of the Nostalgia is
Hyrule
really fun.
Warriors just looks lazy. It looks like they just wanted to.
Pre-alpha build. Don't go too crazy on it.
Oh, is it really?
It's not anything near final, no.
Oh, okay. Then I may have to rescind half of that in a couple months.
What kind of agreement does this company have? Does Koei have with Nintendo?
I don't think it's Koei.
The story behind it.
Wait, is it done by Koei?
Yeah, the story behind it is that Dynasty Warriors sells millions of copies in Japan. Everybody buys Dynasty Warriors all the time.
Oh god, yeah.
Wii U is not selling. So Nintendo was like, hey, let's get that game that everybody buys millions of, put it exclusively on our system with a special flair, it being Zelda. Everybody buys Zelda games. And 1 million units sold.
Didn't they already try that with Monster Hunter?
No, because that was already on the 3DS.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The same game is on the 3DS. Yeah. It's not like a side story or anything, it's the same game.
Alright, so maybe I was if that is an alpha build, maybe I was a bit harsh.
I am sure Nintendo and Koei are both watching this and crying. Great dishonor.
Miyamoto is just like crying hysterically into his hands.
Ripping off.
Reggie's in the shower just crying himself to death with a bottle of bourbon.
Revival plans is ripping in. Like, Nintendo's done.
Because of one unpopular podcast.
It actually links into my next little tidbit was the Wii U ad where it says, "This is a Wii U. You want to buy it now because it's not a Wii. Don't be confused. It is a different system. It has a tablet."
Yeah. When
look for the one with the U on the box.
That system's been out for over a year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's still branding problems.
I just like how they're marketing it finally in true HD. Yeah, way to jump on the bandwagon there, Nintendo. the original Wii and its glorious 480i.
And 480p.
Yeah, if you bought the component cables, it was 480p.
Oh man, everybody had component cables.
I don't know. I never really played the Wii. I have my Wii and it's just untouched in the corner.
The Wii had some really good games. Nobody ever talks about them because Wii, but yeah, it has some really good games.
Someday I'll get around to Xenoblade now that I have a copy of it.
Xenoblade's really good. Xenoblade.
I've heard.
Last Story. I have yet to play Pandora's Tower, but I'm sure that's pretty good.
I've heard it's pretty good. My brother ended up getting it, and he said it was quite fun.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other side games. Like they had Lost in Shadow was really fun. Boy and His Blob was really good. Mario Galaxy. All those games are really good. There's a bunch of third-party games that nobody ever heard of that are really good. Like the
Muscle March.
No, that's just a goofy party game. Embarrass yourself. Zack and Wiki was really good. I don't know.
Oh wait, that's not all. I thought the internet was just trolling on that. That's actually a good game.
Oh, absolutely, it's fantastic.
Oh, I'll have to look it up then.
I have a list of good Wii games. I just can't throw off the top of my head, but yeah, I had a really good list of games that nobody ever talks about.
I'm not a big Nintendo guy.
I agree.
Never have been.
I like.
Although
Nintendo games.
I did recently set up my N64 into my entertainment system simply so I can play Mystical Ninja.
That game is. I'm not going to comment on it, but I don't like it very much.
I know it looks hideous. But I don't know. I honestly don't know why I love it so much. But
it has a big fan base. I don't understand.
I don't either, and I love it. But.
It's kind of like my fondness of Deadly Premonition, but
I don't want to die.
Is that right, Zach?
Yeah. But speaking of the Wii U, I really think the only way that I would get a Wii U is when X comes out, because that looks really good.
So rumors right now about X is it's going to be an online game in the vein of Phantasy Star Online.
I would be okay with that. I'd love Phantasy Star Online.
What is X?
X is the next game that the people who made Xenoblade are making.
Oh. I don't think I played a Xenoblade.
Yeah, well, nobody has, so you're not missing much. Well, you're missing a lot, but you're not behind in times. It's a really good game. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Tom. I'll go
I was
ahead.
just saying it's like Final Fantasy 12, but
Done
not.
right.
No, Final Fantasy 12 was done fantastically. It has yet to been topped.
Wasp on Rosenberg of Damascus.
I'm a buckethead. TLDR, the only other way I'd buy a Wii U is if they release another good Metroid game on there. Not like the horrid. Ugh, we won't even talk about RAM.
Don't have much hope in that. I don't see how Metroid game could up for a long time.
Maybe a price drop and I don't know.
Maybe a price.
Is fine.
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted another Metroid game just because I was so disappointed by Other M.
But you can remove the controller and just sell it for $200. It's such a brilliant idea. You guys heard that, right?
Yeah.
This guy's pining for that to happen, but the whole system kind of runs on that controller, so it won't work.
Yeah.
Wait, the tablet itself is $20?
No, the system's $300, and they're saying if you remove the controller, you can sell it for $200. But
really?
Kind of. Well, this guy. He's like trying to tweet, get a tweet following about it, throwing a little ruckus. But it's not. That's not happening.
I don't know. I still don't see any reason to get the system just yet. There's just nothing really worthwhile.
Oh yeah,
I don't think.
No system's worth buying until about three years into its life cycle. I bought a PS4. Let me tell you how much I've used that thing. Yeah. How about you, Corey? Do you have any opinions about Nintendo or the Wii U?
Dude, I just got a PS3 just like a week ago.
How's that going? Tell me about your PS3 experience so far.
Get Valkyria Chronicles.
I did, and I played it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I enjoyed the tactical elements of it so much, but the anime-esque storyline at the very beginning had made me put it down after a little bit. I'm going to go back to it. I'm enjoying the game. It's a very anime-style storyline. They're talking about new life and war and throwing sunflower seeds in the air, and this weird, awkward romance, and then a giant evil empire comes.
Taylor's having that same issue with Fire Emblem.
I enjoyed
Fire Emblem was a fantastic game, but they added these weird, like, dating-esque things to it where you just don't need a Fire Emblem game.
Are we talking about Awakening?
We're talking about the one before Awakening for the DS that wasn't released in the US, but it has a fan translation patch. So hi, Taylor, play that one.
Because they kind of had the same thing in Awakening where you
yeah, they continued it with Awakening.
Kids. Yeah. But Corey, I would say... Corey, from a gameplay standpoint, I would say stick with Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh, I'm going to stick with it.
Fun.
I lost a mission, and it frustrates me when that happens. I have Rome Total War 2 to play, so I was kind of drawn back to that, because I can kick ass at that so easy.
Oh yeah, you can easily have battles that go on for like an hour, and then all of a sudden you'll make one mistake and you just get wiped out. It can get frustrating.
I like it, though. I like shooting people. That sounds weird, but from a tactical standpoint, making people shoot people, nothing wrong with that.
They took your homeland, it's okay.
Yeah.
They really were lazy with naming conventions.
Europenia or some weird thing like that.
No, it was
European.
What was the home country? I forget now.
Galeria?
No.
I played that game legitimately when it was released. It's been years. I don't remember names after a week.
There's an Atlantic Federation, and then the East.
No, I'm thinking of the country that your two main characters come from. I can't remember it now. Something really weird.
It's not very creative.
No, it wasn't. But it's okay.
It was rich with that resource that the Empire needed so bad.
Avatar?
Pretty much. But fun.
Unobtainium?
Unobtainium.
That is a script error. It's like, we're going to call this something. We'll just put a place marker in. We'll just call it Unobtainium. We'll change it later.
Oh, that's right. The main town, it was named Brule.
Brule?
It had a beautiful windmill.
Bruhl, Brule.
Oh.
Brule.
Did you get anything else for it, Corey?
It came with some sort of game called Folklore.
That game. That's a hit or miss, people's opinion. I don't think it's the best kind of game, but a lot of people love it.
I heard things about it on the internet that were very mixed, so I'm not sure. I had never heard of it before. It looked stupid from the cover art.
It's an RPG where you have like little kind of a Pokemon element where you get these elements, little sprite things, and you can use them for special effects. I don't know. It's kind of a dull game in my opinion.
Is it like Golden Sun?
No, although it is dull like Golden Sun.
Whoa.
So if you like Golden Sun, you might like this game.
Did get dull eventually, but that was more.
You might want to try Uncharted is okay. It's
I
something to
played
play.
the demo for that a while back, and that was a lot of fun. You know, not great, but it was good action movie video game.
Yeah, they're kind of like Indiana Jones in the fact that they have overarching storylines and elements, but you don't have to play 1 and 2 to enjoy 3.
3 is the weirdest one.
I haven't played all of 3 yet.
That's the only one I played actually is 3.
3 looks like the graphics, like they stopped trying, and then went from there.
They're working The Last of Us. Give them a break.
I like The Last of Us.
Jesus, Joel.
I can't swim.
Love that old tidbit, can't swim characters. There was a guy during MagFest who dressed like Joel. He did a very good job. Mind you, he only had a friggin', what are those called, those shirts? Plaid shirt on, and a muscly beard, and a backpack that had a plastic shotgun. That's all he had, but it looked fantastic. He did a great job.
Did he have a pallet with him at all times?
No, he did not. There was no Ellie. No, he was with somebody else. The person he was with was not a related game character. It was somebody completely different. I can't remember what it was.
Was he a Homestuck character?
No Homestuck characters this time.
Thank God.
I saw a furry in one of your pictures.
Yeah, I did too. I'm sorry.
It was a furry talking to Duke Nukem. That's why I took a
Spoiler
picture of it.
alert, it was actually Peter.
Okay, let's not go to that area, but yes, there were furries and they were weird and awkward like they usually are. But the Duke Nukem collaboration was great.
I saw that picture of the 2 Resident Evil characters with like a 40 or 50-year-old woman as Jill.
The one I took?
Jibble sandwich.
Yeah,
No, it was Claire, and she wasn't that old.
Claire.
They were like my age.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe it was the angle, but they did a pretty good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess that just covers that topic.
Did they announce anything new or any?
No,
anything
MagFest is not a thing like that. It's just a bunch of people getting together. It's like PAX without the actual showroom. So it has the panels and it has areas you can play games. It's not a announcing kind of thing. There's no presence of game companies.
You know what's hilarious? You know Killer Instinct that came out?
Yeah.
So they can't even have tournaments for it because Xbox One does a mandatory DRM check every half hour.
You can have tournaments, you just need to be online.
Yeah. So like if you're not online, it just does DRM checks and then stops the game mid-match.
It's ridiculous.
It's the future of gaming because,
You get one character and you get to pay for each one.
but the base character is free.
You're kidding.
Game.
You're kidding.
I think you get Django for free, or Jingo, whatever his name is.
Hold on. Is that a joke, or you actually have to pay for extra
No,
characters?
it's not a joke.
It's a free game. You get one character, and then if you want the other characters, they're each individually priced, and you buy them.
How much are they?
I do not know.
Actually, it doesn't matter. That's ridiculous.
It's silly.
It doesn't even matter if they're $1 each. That's just
So there's no way to practice to see if this character is good or not. You have to choose right, or there's no refund.
that is the stupidest thing I've heard all week.
But you go to your friend's house and try their characters, but the Kinect sensor sees you and sees like you don't own that game, and it'll shut you off.
Dude, the game has like Unreal 1999 sound effects. They're like Cabo.
Have you played Killer Instinct? That's what it is. That is the draw of Killer Instinct.
TJ
Combo
combo.
breaker.
Omega.
Awesome combo.
Dark counter. Oh.
Yes, all that.
Hadouken.
All right, Street Fighter 2. We can continue now. The team who got through the PS3 was it Team Overflow? I think their name was. they hacked the Wii U. They got unsigned code running on it. And they also hacked the controller, so they got a PC to stream data to the controller.
Like an actual video feed, or just run?
Yeah, they have video feed going to the controller, and the controller working.
That's pretty sweet.
So it's like the NVIDIA Shield, pretty much.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Not good for Nintendo.
Bound, like, remember when PlayStation went down and all the executives just bowed on stage for like 15 minutes and like apologized profusely?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
When the PlayStation got hacked, they had a big press conference and all the executives.
That was the PSN getting hacked. That wasn't the system.
Oh, that was PSN. Yeah.
Yeah.
PSN was a different situation.
They all just go on stage and like, oh, like 15 minutes.
Please understand.
Most disrespectful around hack PlayStation Network.
Hey guys, let's stop picking on the Japanese.
Glorious Nippon.
Oh god, I want you all fired.
Well, the thing is, it always seems to be the Wii that's hacked, and the Nintendo thing that's hacked the first. Like Wii was hacked a couple weeks after it was released.
No. It was a while, I think.
This was 2 weeks ago.
No, he means the original Wii.
Oh, the original? No, it was a while.
I think Xbox was probably first.
Yeah. 360 was hacked pretty quickly.
The one that had the worst was, or the best, however you want to look at it, was the PSP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like every week PlayStation's releasing a new firmware. It's like 6.01 now to 6.02. Now the cross menu bar has this tiny option in it, but we're really just patching this hole.
Stability fixes. That is their thing when they fix your exploits is security fixes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
And system stability.
No, I know. I'm saying that there wasn't really any reason for an update of them to patch holes.
Oh, I know, but they don't add a fake feature and say this is a new feature. They just say system security and stability. That is the only thing the update does.
Has 3DS been hacked yet?
There is a flash card for it.
Is there?
It is currently requiring of a older firmware to do.
What was that?
You need an older firmware. You can't use a more modern system.
I've been seeing videos of like people will be playing Pokemon online, and then the guy will come in the room with like Pokemon that aren't even in the game. That's just save exploiting. You can do that. That's not hacking the system.
A wild Corey Hahn appears.
Whoa.
Corey uses smokescreen.
Comments, questions, anything you want to talk about, buddy?
Corey's not confused.
I like his voice.
I know very little about hacking a system. Seems to happen pretty often. I'm glad I don't keep my credit card information anywhere near that thing.
Actually, Tom, I dismantled my PS3 yesterday to clean it out.
Which model do you have?
One of the old Fats.
So you take the little screw out, slide it open.
Yep. I completely dismantled it because it would sound, after like a half hour playing, it would just sound like a jet engine.
I have a Super Slim with the cool sliding tray. It looks kind of cool.
It looks so dumb.
I know.
It's sweet 80s Polaroid style plastic. I don't understand it.
I've just been playing Battlefield on it.
It looks awful. Battlefield 4 on the PS3 looks like garbage.
It looks like PS2.
I'm waiting for GTA 5 on PC.
Yeah, so is everybody else. It has not even been announced yet, so keep waiting, brother. Oh, no, I just remembered. Metal Gear Rising comes out this week.
It does.
I think tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I think it comes out the 8th.
Well, this week. Don't go nuts on me.
Yeah, all right.
But yes, I'm really looking forward to that because that game was really fun.
Really, I thought it was bad.
Depends how you look at it.
Okay.
In terms of a story, it is the most absolutely mind-numbingly stupid thing you can play.
Well, it's a Metal Gear Solid.
Next to another Metal Gear game, to be fair, but this one even tops the average Metal Gear nonsense. But the gameplay is really fun.
Don't you get to fight Hank Hill? Mike keeps telling me.
I guess you can call him Hank
Mike's-
Hill, whatever.
Mike
He's
is
the final boss.
muted himself for some reason.
The president, okay, or the president. He's a guy, looks like Hank Hill. He's got the square haircut. He's got glasses, and he's like, war needs to power the economy. And then he goes Super Saiyan. He goes Super Saiyan.
He goes nanomachine, stay in the right continuously.
His muscles get like, up
Is it
to
wor-
here.
What?
Is it worth $30?
It's if you pre-order right
I
now,
think
you get
that's
for
what
like
this
22. But yes, it's definitely worth.
$23.99 right now.
It's definitely worth it. If you've never played it before.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just looking forward to the.
I played the demo and it was quite fun.
I'm looking for the high resolutions. They look really nice.
Is
Was
there
this supposed to
anything
be
else
some kind of
added
press
to it, or
conference tonight?
just better res?
It has all the DLC that the PS version, that 360 PS3 version had.
One
So
of them
it
is
has all the DLC.
one of the
Okay.
DLCs is a
might pick it
magical
up.
sword that has the voice of Solid Snake that gives you advice.
I did not hear or see that. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah, it's you equip it and then it's like
Hey, right.
snakes.
If you slice vertically, you can do more damage if
Yeah.
you're going sideways.
And, I guess it's a non-lethal sword, so it's like
Smacking them around?
yeah, it's like Raiden, think twice before killing them.
Right, and if you want to kill the
That's
metal
hilarious.
gear, you need to slice more towards the side of the leg.
Metal Gear!
Metal gear.
Lolly Lule, no. That's impossible.
Ah, indeed.
Tom, did you beat
I'm kind of
Rising?
Oh, absolutely.
The final boss was actually kind of cool. You know that giant like ant Metal Gear thing? That
Hey, no
had the
spoilers.
giant arm?
Yes.
No spoilers.
Sorry, Chris, but there are Metal Gears in this game. Spoiler, I guess.
There are? What? No,
There are
no
Metal
Shigoba
Gears.
or Shigoba or whatever they call it. What did they call it in the third one? Shagahad.
Shagahad.
Shagahad. Diesel-powered tank.
Fury.
Yeah.
Do you know the original
Uh,
theme song opening for that was supposed to be Space Oddity by David Bowie?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
That would have been awesome.
I think the song they made was equally as awesome as that song.
It's always hilarious watching somebody sing that if you see VGO. And then you have like the random people that once they start playing the Metal Gear Solid 2 interlude, they just stand up and salute. And there'll be like one guy doing it very awkwardly.
Anyway,
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
You're all really good at that.
Colonel.
Yes. I have not played a Metal Gear game in a while, so I don't know what to say, but...
Lolly Lule Low.
The Lolly Lule Low. Oh, God. Anyway. I don't know. You guys want to talk about some top games?
Sure.
Game of the years? You want to talk about oh wait, I got some more stuff in this little footnote, more up to date information and news. Yeah, Fallout games are now off of Steam and off of GOG.
I saw
1,
that.
2, and Tactics because Bethesda actually has the rights to them now because before they didn't.
Wait, they're off Steam as well?
Yes, temporarily.
I thought they were
Bethesda
all
is-
off GOG.
Bethesda is looking to remedy the situation. They don't want to take the games down. They just want to take it to get the branding things fixed. But
What if
yeah,
you already bought the games and they're just removed from your library?
No, they're still there.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah, you'd be good. But I think any game, it's like
There was
if you
actually a game on Steam.
Hmm?
What?
there's a game on Steam.
No, I was going to say there is actually a game on Steam that they completely removed, both from the marketplace and from everyone's library.
What game was
Cool
that?
game.
I
it
forget
was-
which one.
Some
If it was that
World War II
zombie game?
It was some World War II aerial combat game by Square Enix. No, it was a World War II aerial combat game by Square Enix.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they removed
That's-
Skullgirls from the marketplace too because
That was a Konami licensing issue. I think
Servers
it's
were
still
getting
down.
so.
yeah.
Oh, we're
I think we lost Chris, but He'll come back.
He had a really good point right there, though.
Yeah, like, can companies do that if you already paid your good money for it? Can they
No, I'm
just
here.
stealthily take your game from you?
I'm here.
I believe they have to issue a refund. I've never heard of the Square Enix game.
Hey,
Order of War Challenge.
Chris, stop torrenting. Was it a game for free, or did you pay for it?
No, it was a pay-for game.
If it's a free game, yeah, they have to issue refunds or something. You can't just take a game away from somebody.
I think they can.
Well, I'm sure they could if you read the EULA, but
Who does?
I
like,
mean,
wasn't DayZ released early?
yeah, but they offered
broken.
refunds for that. That was taken down and refunds were issued.
It actually looks fun, the finished version.
I don't pay attention to that online crap, but I mean, if you want to talk about it, go right ahead.
Is that better?
I don't know, it looks fun. Like, you can rob people and stuff, but the maps are huge, so finding survivors is just... You can get sniped from 3 miles away and stuff like that. And I'm just,
That's what snipers do.
what?
That's
They don't do
that's their goal.
360 montage scopes,
Auto aims, yeah. Halo 2 swag, whatever that trick was when you swiped back and forth very fast and you shot and you got a headshot every time because it auto-tracked with the auto aim. That was fun.
Like Gears of War had that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Tom, I found it.
Tell me more,
Tom?
Christopher.
Yeah, it was Order of War Challenge.
It's very generic.
Yeah, it was a Square Enix. Looks like a World War II combat flying sim.
Okay, and
It was Valve pulls a game from Steam library from the first time, even if you have purchased it. It's from 2009.
does it say if it issued refunds or anything?
It does not.
I gotta look into that.
The thing about it with Steam, you have so many games in your library. If one game disappears, it's like, oh.
Yeah, but it's the point that you're not buying the game. You're buying a license to use it.
Yeah.
But
It's like when you buy those Blu-ray movies that come with the before Ultraviolet, there's another thing they were doing, and those codes can expire, and they can just take them down whenever they wanted.
Yeah.
So you never actually really own it, just kind of there for a bit when it feels like it. I have not tried the Ultraviolet service. It might be different, but that stuff before was
I think you get, when you sign up for Ultraviolet, they give you a free movie, but I don't remember what movie they gave me.
I have a bunch of DVDs with the Ultraviolet codes in them. I just never use them. Because, why?
Quite honestly, if you own the movie, it's going to be easier for you to find and download it than it is to download it or do whatever you need to from Ultraviolet, encode it, and then put it on a mobile device.
There were some DVDs and Blu-rays that came with a already encoded file just on the disc and you just drag and drop it. Those are fantastic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that's different then.
Yeah. But this online code thing, I don't know. It seems...
I hate time-sensitive DLC that's included in games.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's second worst only to on-disc DLC.
Oh, that's terrible.
I saw Street Fighter X Tekken for $20, and I'm like, yeah, still too much.
The game's garbage. Oh, man.
Maybe if it's like $3.99 and like the discount bin,
Even then, you're not going to play it anyway. Why even bother? Play a good fighting game. Get King of Fighters. That game's great.
It was actually pretty fun. I gotta get the controls down because I didn't know what I was doing, but
That's a really, really tight, solid fighter.
Exactly.
Having said that, I'm terrible at it because of that fact.
Oh, man. Well, goofy side note, my brother and I were going through all of his old CDs because he wants to get rid of them, just make them all digital. He's been ripping them and stuff, so he was going through all the cases. I think there was a typo negative CD he had that had like the online code. It was from 2001. So he took a picture of it and sent it to a typo negative through Twitter. See if they'll, it was like an offer to meet the band or something. So maybe they'll honor it still. Contest happened 20 years ago. What's happening here? Yeah, okay. Let's see. apparently they've been listening. Well, Xbox has been listening to people's complaints and stuff, and they've been engineering the Xbox around what their complaints are. So if you complain to Major Nelson enough, you might get your fixes.
What?
What
I'm
are
hoping for a
they?
non-cluttered dashboard and not ads everywhere.
Oh, is it just UI changes or?
No, anything really. If it's a
Oh.
problem and people make enough noise about it, I guess they'll consider fixing it. Although they should do that anyway, but apparently they're
Yeah.
doing it.
There's already a third-party Kinect sensor that doesn't pick up as much audio, so it's somewhat safer, so it won't record your personal information.
Isn't that proprietary? Can they just make third-party ones?
Didn't they release? Oh no, that was the drive. That was the original Connect. They released the drivers for.
They have, yeah, they have drivers, but it's not hardware. It's not somebody.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Unprepared podcast. Start typing things into the show. Like, let's talk about this subject now. I don't know. That sounds false to me.
No, I'll send you the.
It's made by Mad Cats. I'm sure it's a quality product.
That Cats has gotten better. They're not the worst third party that they've been before.
No, but they were for a while.
Well, it comes with a privacy sensor. So if you are walking away from your Xbox, you can slide it over, and it covers the camera and the sensor.
So it's a piece of tape.
Pretty much.
Is it hardware made by somebody else, or it's just an attachment that somebody made that goes over? Because I bought the.
It's like a standalone. It's like $100, but it's.
It's actually a Kinect hardware.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. I know I got the little camera zoom-in lens for my original Kinect. That was not hardware. That was just a thing you clipped over it.
Xbox, turn on. Xbox, watch Into Darkness.
I've been pondering buying an Xbox One, but I have no reason to, and no games I want to play. I just want to own one because I'm not complete without it. Without it, I can't make games.
I was thinking about it, but it's like.
But I can't pay the $500. I gotta wait for somebody to try to sell it third party or something. I'm waiting on forums and stuff.
I want to wait on a
Nothing so
price
far.
one.
Yeah, it's gonna happen soon.
Xbox is gloating and they're saying that they're winning this console war so far, but it's like.
They sold 3 million units,
No.
but it's globally. It's not just a U.S.
Yeah, the only reason PS4 isn't selling because it's not released everywhere.
Just wait for it to be released in Japan. Let's see the numbers then.
PS4 is so popular, it's sold out.
Yeah. I guess they're selling for like $700 in India right now and stuff. All the imports.
Oh.
As last I checked, India doesn't have official releases, but yeah, they've been selling pretty well there for high prices.
The UK is like 600, something like that.
Yeah. Well, how much is the Xbox One there, though? I'm sure it's another $100 over that.
Yeah.
Euros or pounds, whoever you want to convert it to.
Pounds.
Well, I'm saying Europe in general, man. Don't get at me.
Euro, or they could use their native currencies if they wished.
What native currencies? Is the euro, and then there's the pound. Everybody else kind of fell into that bracket. Thanks a lot, Greece. That economy's booming.
Germany made out like a bandit.
Yeah, Germany's doing pretty well for
Oh,
themselves.
How much does it sell for there?
I don't know. Do not know. I do not live in Europe, so I'm kind of ignorant towards their sales.
And thank God, we'd be spending a lot more money on games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, the Steam box is going to cost $1,577.
What?
That's
Where?
very vague, because Steambox is not an actual hardware. It is a umbrella term for consoles that are made towards having the Steam operating system.
Yeah, I saw one that was going to be 500.
Yeah, there's plenty of different models. It's buying a PC that runs Steam OS. It's not a thing. That's just a thing. I can't go in the store and says, "Give me a Steam box, please," and they're like, "All right, here's $600." I mean, it's not a thing. It doesn't work like that.
One Steam box, please.
Exactly.
Can I have the Gaben edition, please?
Yeah, so I'm sure that version has like a Titan and like a i7 or something, and like 16 gigs of RAM,
Yeah.
and a fancy ass case.
The box art is just Gabe Newell, just like.
I just want him with like hundreds fanned out. Half-Life 3, suckers, not happening. Get over it. Half-Life 3 comes
Half-Life
out when
3?
Shenmue 3 comes out.
I need my forklift driving simulator first.
Yes. Yes.
I want to talk to you about that day.
Hey, mister, want to wrestle?
I love that
I
game.
played a copy of that. And all I did was just I skipped the missions and I drove around with the forklift.
Move those crates.
I drove her out of the forklift for like 14 days straight in game because there was one part that I was missing. I think is I wasn't winning the race or something.
I think they weren't paying by the hour.
No, you actually do. You get paid for every day, so I had like a ton of money amassed afterwards.
Oh, man.
I could
Hey, have
play
they made a
huge-
sequel to Way of the Samurai lately?
Yeah, 4 came out.
4? Oh.
That was a year or two ago. It's in the US it was only downloadable, but in Europe and Japan it got a disc release.
I like that game because you can either choose to walk to the village or you can walk the other way, and that's the end of the game for the first one.
You can you can end the game in minutes if you want to.
Beat the game on hard, walk to the left.
The ending is like, the samurai has made no impression. You have done well of doing nothing. Thank you. Ending 1 unlocked.
I'm Gandhi.
Just remember the guy, if you first start the game, you go under the bridge, and there's just this black dude with an afro. It's very fitting for the time period, but
Yeah, I saw many Afro samurais in feudal Japan.
all right. Oh yeah, Way of Samurai 3 was really good too. I didn't like that much, but 4 I've yet to play that much of it. But I heard it's like 2.
Is it for PS3?
PS Trip. I think it's like $30. I'd rather just import the European version. I can't just buy non-disc for games when I have the
Just
option to
playing-
buy a disc.
KOTOR 2 and pretending I'm a samurai.
Lots of George Lucas did when he made the movies.
Didn't KOTOR get like a massive update in the past year or so? Like they
Yeah. Complete
they
bug fix
completely
and all.
overhauled it.
They fixed a lot of the bugs. They added scenes that were cut, and they added another planet.
Was that KOTOR 1 or 2?
Dos. Because 2 was not a finished game.
Is that
As
What was
fan
that?
patch?
Yeah, was it a fan patch or was it official?
I think it's a fan patch, but it's pretty much just official stuff put in and the code cleaned up.
Okay, I should play those games.
we need to
Yeah.
all play Knights of the Old the MMO.
Didn't they cancel it, or is it?
No, we
just,
It's free to play.
It's free to play now, so
Okay.
essentially it's on its way out.
I get.
DC Universe is still going strong.
Is it really?
Yeah, people want to play on the PS4. Maybe because there's nothing else to play on the PS4. But it's
Have you guys
definitely-
played it? DC Universe Online.
I played a little bit of it
No.
when it first came out. I wasn't a big fan of
So
it.
the PvP server. So here's the spawn point, and here is all the high level guys. So the second you walk out of your spawn point, it's just like 50 guys just trying to PvP you at all at the same time.
Do you have to accept it, or like do you have to accept the duel, or do they just start wailing on you?
No, it's a PvP server, so you're free game.
Oh, jeez,
You're free game all the time.
that's hilarious.
There's no clicking like.
There's no level
Yes.
caps. There's no like level 1s can't get decimated
Nope.
by level 50s.
Your level 50 can go punch a level 1 in the face if you want. You know.
It just makes you want to be level 50. Pick on the noobs,
Only the strong survive.
pretty much. I mean, when the city's overrun with like 400 Supermen, I don't think you want to be there anyway. Did you guys hear about that DDoS attack that hit like 4 things?
No.
Yeah, have you seen that? The hackers are using this like 4chan meme image as their
Yeah,
their meme.
it's
That's-
the derp team, man.
Yeah.
The derps.
I have not been following the news the past couple days.
Oh, there's this kid who streams. He Twitch TVs League of Legends, and these hackers contacted him.
Oh,
And they're
I
like,
did hear about this.
if you don't win this match, we're shutting down the servers. And he's like, all right, whatever. He starts playing the game, and then he starts to lose. So then there's DDoS, the whole League of Legends. They hit Twitch TV, I think.
They hit,
World of Warcraft got hit.
Battlefield got knocked off.
And then they raided the kid who was playing the game, who was streaming, or they're like threatening and stuff. The police raided his house, arrested him. It was a big thing. This is like a week ago.
And then whenever
it was a few days ago, New Year's Eve, I think.
yeah, whenever they put offline, they'll say, "Oh, next target, this hashtag offline."
Yeah.
We're firing our Gaben lasers at this website.
I guess they're doing it from McDonald's and Starbucks and stuff, and the police were going to these locations to follow the IP, and they said nobody was questioning them because they quote unquote nobody questions people who wear suits. So that was kind of funny, but yeah, that's a big. I can't believe people still doing DDoS attacks. It's such the most simple, basic.
Don't lock us offline. No one will be able to see us.
Oh no. DDoS unpopular podcast hashtag offline. Make it happen.
Oh.
Whoa.
I don't want to die.
Okay. Okay, guys. I guess we can get to the game of the year, 2013. What made your year?
I like The Last of Us a lot.
So did everybody else.
I know, it's like the generic game of the year.
It was a good game, though.
It was a good game. It was not a great game.
Yeah, it wasn't great by, like, the storyline was good. The gameplay just got a little tired after a while, but
My problem with that game is the story is not very good. The gameplay is rehashed. It's nothing new. The thing about that game was the dialogue and the situations you're put in. That was very interesting. I always want to see what happened next. It wasn't the story that was good. It was just the situations you were put in.
I got a little choked up at the end. The end, I was crying a little bit.
He's a good dad figure.
Yeah. What I found was the zombie sequences were good, but the sequences where you were being fought at by raiders or the army was just tedious and annoying.
It was Naughty Dog.
Yeah. But it seemed like it was like they were just so vastly different. Of okay, there are clickers here. I have to stealth and I have to do this and I have to take out this guy or people will hear me. Whereas when you get to the spot with a bunch of human enemies, it's just like, all right, shoot everything in the chest that's moving right now and then move to the next building.
I had fun when I used the little makeshift bombs and stuff, but otherwise...
Those were fun.
Yeah, everything else was like, eh.
Bow and arrow was fun.
I already played Tomb Raider this year.
I actually really like Tomb Raider too. I was expecting
that came out this year, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
I forgot to put that on my list. Weird. Yeah, it's 2013. Oh, damn. Oh well, moving on.
I thought Tomb Raider was better than Last of Us, but that was
I would agree with that.
I like both. Tomb Raider. I like the gameplay. I like getting impaled.
That poor girl. I felt bad for her the whole time.
You didn't feel bad for the little girl that was almost raped. You felt bad for Lara Croft.
Oh no, that was pretty bad too.
That was horrifying. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen in a video game.
That poor girl too.
They had to edit Tomb Raider because there was too much insinuations of rape going to happen.
Well, that is kind of not much as rape, but being used for other things that they were going on in the game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
There were like ancient Japanese souls and stuff that were overplotting that.
By the end, my bow and arrow had like a sniper scope on it. It had it was tricked out.
You can make a lot of useful things from ship scrap.
These poor guys like smoking a cigarette, and I come up behind them with a pickaxe, and I'm like.
Goofy thing about that was how you had to unlock the melee attack. That was not a thing you had by default.
Yeah.
It's got the same thing with The Last of Us. When you can use the glass shards to fight off the clickers if they got you. That's unlockable. You don't get that right away. Otherwise, it's insta-death every time.
That was shitty. That was one of the shittiest parts of The Last of Us. Just having that, oh god, I'm out of glass shards. I now have to sneak around these stupid clicker things.
One thing I didn't like about Tomb Raider and both of them, it's like when they kill the first person, they're so traumatized. They're like, I can't believe I killed someone. Then 5 minutes later, I'm just like, got a bow and arrow. I'm just like taking out entire groups of guys. Like,
There's a big disconnect in video games, like in Grand Theft Auto 4, where your character was world-weary and tired of killing, but you're just going around and just running everyone over because you as the player want to kill people. You're doing this for fun, and your character's just mopey and obnoxious sometimes.
yeah, cause it's ooh.
Big American titties. Game of the year every year. How about you, here, Christoph?
Well,
Glorious Nippon.
Glorious Nippon.
Mention Neptunia, all of them.
Oh god, I actually fell asleep trying to play those games. Like legitimately fell asleep. They're so bad. See, I got my whole list here because for whatever reason I had too much time in my hands lately, and I made like a whole bunch of categories. But I suppose I'll just pick one so I don't bore people.
No, we'll run through them later, but let's just go with your top.
Um,
We're not dramatizing this.
I'm gonna have to say Final Fantasy XIV.
Really?
Yeah, I really am.
I have zero opinion about it. I've never. I
It's
played the beta. That was it.
even if you just look at the solo aspects of it, it's a better Final Fantasy game than the ones that have come out in like since 12. Like all the 13s.
Final Fantasy game.
Is
Okay, 11
14
aside.
free to play now, or
14 is not free to play. It's like $13 a month. But
Square
it is
Enix free to play? Are you crazy?
it's a lot of fun. And Tom, you will be happy to know that you can go around and be a loner for 90% of the game.
Yay!
You know, you'll have to do like a dungeon. You'll just say, I need to do a dungeon. It will pair you up with random people that also need to do that dungeon. You'll run through, and
Can
you
I try
go back to
dot
solo.
whatever for all my comments?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. We need to get to Switch. Whatever.
is it It's not one of those free pay to win things.
No,
is it?
there's no microtransactions. There's no auction houses.
This
It's
isn't
what
a
if I wanna
Korean
be-
game.
What if I want to be Kawaii Desu?
You earn that shit.
yeah.
You earn your cat ears, motherfucker.
Well, you can play as a cat girl, so you don't need
Alright.
to really earn.
I was a
Yeah.
cat girl.
It's fun though. Like you kind of have to play it for, you know, you got to play it to see how it is more than just the average MMO.
All I know about that game is that when I saw you and your friend talking about it on Facebook, and you're just using all these terms I had no idea what it means, and I'm like, no, not for me.
I didn't think it was for me either. I really have not played an MMO I ever enjoyed. And the other day I just hit 50 and I'm almost through the main story quest.
The only MMOs I ever liked were Final Fantasy 11 and Ragnarok Online.
I played 11 to about a level 30 character and then just found it was too much of a slog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The good thing about 14 really quick is by going through the entire main storyline, it takes you through all the concepts of the game so you don't miss anything. Like, do this mission and we'll teach you how to use materia, and do this mission and hey, now you have a chocobo for a mount. And going through the entire main storyline will pretty much get your one character up to level 50. So the story actually plays a legitimate part of the game rather than just walls of text. There's always the, hey, find my pants quests, but there are a lot of...
Bring me bread.
It's
what's the level cap?
Right now it's 50. It's 50. They just did a really big patch for, player housing and new dungeons. And
What level are you?
50. I just hit it the other night. It's fun. I
Did you
won't
get an
drone on
achievement?
about it for hours.
A trophy, you should say.
There are actually achievements, yeah, that do, what you would expect from an achievement.
I'm ashamed. I'm reinstalling MapleStory right now.
Oh. Oh.
Level 200.
So, are most of the community on the PC or on the PS3?
I would say mostly on PC from what I'm hearing, just because the game performs a lot better, as you would imagine, on a PC. But to play it on a controller, they really made it seamless if you want to play with a controller. You can go through the entire game efficiently with a controller. No problems.
Any plans for PS4 release?
There is a plan for a PS4 release, and I believe it is in beta right now, and you can sign up for it.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I might give it a shot. I don't want
It's complete.
though.
It's completely cross-platform.
But does it come with both versions, or does it buy each?
No, you'd have to buy each. But if you're just assigned a server, and it doesn't matter if you're on PS3, PS4, PC. Just everyone jumps into the same servers.
Do you have any interest in Phantasy Star Online too?
I have a lot of interest in that game, and I really wish it would get here soon.
Okay, so
I'm looking for a new MMO to play. I just want something, something small to play.
I played a little bit of the Japanese. I played a little bit of the Japanese PSO.
Yeah, I did too.
But I found it just to be a bit of a pain in the butt because there was just not enough in English.
I just wanted to see what was up with it, and it seemed very fun. I'm very excited it's coming on the Vita.
Yeah, are there any other known release platforms for it, or just Vita so far?
I think it's PC, Vita, and PS3. Probably PS4 as well.
I will definitely get on that because I played the hell out of Phantasy Star Online.
Oh, everybody did. The game was
Which,
that was where it was at.
Believe it or not, there are still private servers where you can play online.
Oh yeah,
really?
The GameCube one was very popular.
The GameCube one, there's one. The Dreamcast one is still alive. The PC version, you can still all play online.
Very good game.
Remember Resident Evil Outbreak?
Yeah, that game was fun for what it was.
I do remember that. I never had a chance to play that
That was a noble
one.
concept for what it was, but PS2 Online.
PS2 Online was
Yeah.
shaky at best. And
Wasn't
that
that-
game...
Was that the game where if you died, you became a zombie instantly and were on the other team?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
The one problem with that game was it's still early ages of the PC, so you couldn't, pedophiles can't have people talk to each other. So you had pre-scripted commands you can say, so it was always the same,
Okay.
I need help, come over here, or what is that? You could never just chat.
Whose footprints are these?
Chris, Shiva, Chris.
You almost became a Jill sandwich.
Those were not in the script, I'm sorry.
Hope this is not Chris's blood. ...
That was also not a thing
I know.
I'd say.
Have you seen the live action opening to Resident Evil 1?
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic. Wesker pulls out that comb and just whips it back.
He's like,
Anyway, we're going on
Wait,
to
hold on,
Corey.
did you say for 4?
no, number 1.
Okay, yeah, I remember the
Very
one
first
for
one,
It
yeah,
was
great.
Like
amazing.
number 5 and 4, he's got like this accent. He's like, "Oh, Chris, what's up?" Hey.
Anyway, Corey, what was your game of the year 2013?
My game of the year was going to be The Last of Us till you shit all over it.
Oh no, you can go with it.
No.
Don't listen to me.
You legitimately changed my opinion. As some sort of evil puppet master, I now have to seek your approval. Pathetically. You've beaten me down, body and spirit, Tom.
What can I say?
I'm going to have to say my other really depressing storyline-driven game, and that's going to be Papers, Please. Because
Okay.
I tried to
emotionally.
explain that to someone the other day, and they were utterly confused.
Well, it's a very hard concept to grasp.
it's very easy.
It's easy to grasp. It's just hard to that's a game. What?
Yeah.
It's a game that's so simple, but tells a pretty deep and depressing story. Oh God, it's so depressing. Everything. You just want to.
Papers, please.
What I've heard about that game was either it's a great game, I love it, or this game is garbage. It's very black or
Polarizing.
white.
You give up any socialist leanings when you play a game like that. You just see really just how poor communism turns everything out. It's horrible.
How many times have you gotten fired in that game?
Several. Almost all the time. I usually start a new game before I get fired. I wish it's how it worked in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Revert to save state.
All right. Anything else you want to say about that, or should I move on?
I kind of really wish to do the Last of Us, but yeah, it's fine.
You can say it's your game of the year, man. You can say whatever you want.
No, it's already been said. I enjoyed the storyline, but you hated it. You hated it with a passion. You just
I didn't hate the storyline. I didn't
Tom,
hate it.
Tom, I'm going to stop you there. I can barely hear you because there's some sort of singularity interference from the black hole where your heart should be.
No, like I said, that was the great
Wow.
part. The great part of The Last of Us was like the whole what's happening with your people. Like the whole overarching story has been done 1,000 times. It wasn't very interesting. It was pretty
the
much.
road, Ellen Page.
It was 28 Days Later. That's what the game was, but
Well, they couldn't get Ellen Page, so it was like pretending to be Ellen Page.
It was Ellen Page. We all know it was Ellen Page.
Speaking of Ellen Page,
that was you.
I've still not finished Beyond Two Souls. I feel bad.
Oh, finish
Is
it.
it
Game.
any good?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm still like early, not very far at all. I gotta sit down and play it. I have such a backlog of PS3 games.
See, this is why we should have the backlog discussion.
We should. I have 5 games I can throw out. My game of the year: Legend of Zelda, 3DS, Link Between Worlds. Game of the year. Done.
Good choice. Good choice.
Has anybody else played it?
I have.
No.
I have finished it.
Oh, you're further than me. I'm at the last. I'm getting the last stage right now at the Ice Temple. That's the last one I'm going to. But I got all the Mai-Mais and stuff. I was just exploring for a long time.
I believe Heidi has started playing it on hero mode.
Actually, I have 99 Mai-Mais. I need one more, and it's in the section where your house is,
Yep.
and I can't find it. I look for hours. I cannot find the damn thing. Is there one you have to get at the very end of the game, or something unlocks it, or is it on this?
I don't think so. I believe they're just all out in the open.
Because I walked around slowly listening for that damn little cheep. I have not found it. I haven't got the one where you had to go on top of the house and throw the rock off the roof.
Yeah,
That
that
took
one
me-
was a pain.
That one took me a little bit. But this one I just can't find.
Oh, the one where you get to float onto the roof with a cuckoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi had to show me that one because I just could not figure it out.
Did you get all 100 of them?
I am up to like 70 something, I think.
Okay, I'm on 99. I just need one more.
I have only beaten Ocarina of Time. It's the only Zelda game I've ever beaten.
That is so sad. Well, because
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time is like the weakest game in the series.
Dude, I have Mad Super Nintendo. I have Link to the Past in the other room.
That's my copy of Link to the Past, by the way. Anything Matt has for Super Nintendo is mine, by the way. It's weird. I don't need some SNES games to play. I would just take this stack of RPGs from Tom. I'm like, why don't you pick an action game?
On his dresser, untouched.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to play all those RPGs, so I don't know why he just didn't pick some some.
They can collect
Mario.
dust in my house.
Exactly. Yoshi's Island or something. I mean, something you actually want to play. I mean, who's going to sit down and play through 20 backlog RPGs? It seems weird.
Tom, can we just take stuff from you? Is that a thing you do? We just go and take your stuff?
I'd like to have hopes I'll get to see it again someday.
Tom, remember that cat you had?
I don't. Hey, man, that's some dark stuff. Oh man, Link Between Worlds, great game, very good sequel to a game that I loved a lot back in the day. It's not a perfect game. It is pretty easy, except this one part where you're in the battle tower and you fight those 2 giant penguins. That is the worst thing ever. And
things. Oh God, I forgot about that part.
it's you hit them, you fall off, you try and
Yeah.
move, they knock you off. It's
So
awful, but oh man.
What's wrong, Tom? Too casual for it?
I beat every dungeon, not even getting touched by the boss, but those damn giant penguins, man, they can wreak havoc if they want to.
The dungeon design in that game was very well done.
Oh yeah, I played through this. What's that echo? But I just beat the Sand Temple, and that was very fun. I liked that one a lot. The boss was pathetically easy. I think it took me literally a minute to beat it. There was no strategy. It was just go and hit him a bunch. He got stuck in a loop, and you just keep banging him out. I don't know. He was not a challenge, but overall, it was a good game. Is there much to do after I get the last stage, or is it just go to the end?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah,
There's no new game plus or anything. It's just, hey, you beat the game, now you can start on hero mode.
Okay. Okay. Hero mode is just tougher enemies, new level design.
You take 4 times the amount of damage, and that's the only difference.
Oh, okay.
And I guess there's the ending is slightly different, and there's a little funny Easter egg halfway through the game, but most of it's just 4x damage.
Okay.
That's it.
The original Zelda, if you played the hero mode, it was a whole new map.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's a new
Link's-
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is an Octorok breathes on you and you die.
Man, those lion dudes on top of the mountain, if they hit you,
Yeah.
with like 4 hearts already, so you're dead if you get hit for those guys. I'll play it for the fun of it, but that's kind of disappointing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You beat the game as Chris. Now beat the game as Jill for the true ending.
Hey, there were 2 different storylines there. They're
Jill
different
Claire.
games. Yeah, if you want to talk about runner-up, sure. I got a runner-up.
Which is?
Tearaway for the PS Vita.
What is it?
Tearaway.
Oh. Do not have a Vita.
Vita's a really good system. I play it more than anything else.
I like Mario Tennis for the Virtual Boy. That's my game of the year.
Chris, I know you had a bunch of them.
Yeah, I can go through that really fast.
Sure.
Let's see. Best action game, I picked The Last of Us. Best adventure game, Beyond Two Souls. Best open world game, GTA 5. Best strategy RPG was Fire Emblem Awakening. Best traditional RPG, Ni no Kuni.
I still have yet to play that. I mean, I've played a bit of it, but that's definitely in my backlog.
Best overall RPG, Final Fantasy XIV. Biggest disappointment of the year, Time and Eternity.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell is that?
That times 20.
As Tom would say it, it's a great 3DO game.
It's
bad. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I can't say anything nice about it. I really can't. It's
The
terrible.
previews looked so cool.
They
It was
did.
such a good-looking game. It was like, oh man, this is gonna be so neat. But it was such a disappointment.
Corey,
Man.
honestly, I couldn't even recommend that you pick it up unless it was like free and you needed a coaster.
Wow.
It's just
I don't know. I think you have to play to experience the badness. It's like the
I
room.
mean-
You just have to see it.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's
I
funny
have a
because you play it for about 5 minutes and you're like, oh, okay, well, the dialogue's bad. I can muddle through that. Oh, the story's crap too. Well, maybe I can do that. Well, the world's repetitive. Maybe okay, I'm done. You keep holding out hope, and the game just keeps crushing it.
Yeah, it was.
The battle
it was
music
bad.
was good. That's about all I can say.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna buy it based purely on the merit that the battle music is good. Not even all the music, just the battle music.
Yeah.
I heard the first level song from the game. What's that game called now? I can't remember. Dust Force. I was like, oh man, this song's really cool. I want to buy this game because it's so cool. I already owned it on Steam. I don't know how that even happened. But yeah, Dust Force. Really good music in that game.
Like Kingdom Hearts, it's like, I wasn't sold yet. Then I heard the theme song.
That's actually
was
what
so
did it for
good.
me. Don't joke.
What can I
15-year-old
do for
Corey.
you?
That is a game. It's an actual music album though. It's not even like exclusive to the game.
Opening to Final Fantasy X too.
And now I know
Oh.
for what you see on me in my heart. Okay.
Having said that, I am looking forward to the high def remake.
Final Fantasy X-2 is a much better game than Final Fantasy X.
I would agree with that. It was very J-pop, LOL, Japan fan servicey, but the battle system was very well done.
It had a drop system.
YRP in position.
It's showtime, girls.
Oh, Pain, you are the best character ever made by Square.
She's like a female version of Squall.
Yeah, it's true.
She was so angsty.
She could even
Yeah.
throw the hair back because it was like slicked in that fake pompadour kind of goth thing.
Oh man.
All right, so I guess that's everyone's game of the year. Games of the year.
Anybody have any runners up they want to talk about, or?
I don't think so.
All right.
Pokemon was relatively fun, but it's
I think I'm done with Pokemon. I think it just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
You say that, but
No, I bought Y, and I played it for up to the second gym badge, and I'm like, what? I have no drive to play this game.
That
I'm
is
not interested.
That's exactly where I stopped too.
It's like, it's Pokemon again. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm Wonder Trading, just But that's other than that.
It's funny. I went through the same thing. I'm like, oh wow, the music sounds good. They redid it, and oh hey, the battle system looks great. They redid the graphics. I'm gonna go out and get it. Hey, this is actually kind of fun. And then I got to the same point Tom got to, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
they-
they should have just kept it the same.
They released that Pokemon Bank thing in Japan.
I thought that was in the U.S. too. You could pay
No,
like $5.
it was tested in Japan. They pulled it.
Yeah, all the
Really?
hacked Pokemon that were from X and Y and all the games
Black and
got
white.
transferred. So now people have level shiny 9, level 99 shiny Charizards, flying around.
I don't
This is
understand. I don't understand the whole shiny obsession.
I just don't understand why people care. Like, I have a level 100 Charizard. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
I got a Pikachu, sweet. I wanted one of those.
I don't know. That game. Love Silver, though. Silver's still one of my top games.
Pokemon Gold, that was my shit.
Well, Silver for me, but yeah, that game was fantastic.
Basically the same game.
I still remember my team.
Compared to other Pokemon or Gold Silver, the same game, because they are.
Well, I mean, altogether they're the same game, but Gold and Silver were the exact same game, except you
Yeah,
get
I mean,
like the
Pokemon 2. I'm going to call it Pokemon 2. Pokemon 2 was the best one.
Dude, my team was Feraligatr, Arcanine, Tyranitar.
Let me tell you the team I had when I was 12 years old. Let me tell you.
Bulbasaur.
Umbra,
You can't
Lugia.
catch a Bulbasaur.
Yeah, you can.
You can't, man.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, kid. Okay. Okay. We can do Ferrari's backlog thing, because I have quite a few games in my backlog I want to play.
All right. Do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I can start off.
Okay.
Ni no Kuni, that's definitely one. Fire Emblem Awakening. I have not got on. I played the first bit of it. I played in hard mode, and then I got. There's this. It's like the second mission, I think. You're supposed to save this little farm kid.
Yeah. Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing hard, and the AI just wants to fight all the bad guys, and he's like a little kid with like a pokey stick, and he's only has so he just dies.
And a bucket for a helmet.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, not a bucket, a pot.
I'm this super I need to collect everybody kind of guy, and I can't have him die. I need him in my team. And not only can he not die, he has to get a final hit and kill somebody to have him join you.
Apparently, his stats get pretty good at endgame.
Oh, that's fantastic, but it doesn't help me with the current situation I'm in. So I got to the end. I had one guy left. It was the boss, I think, and he scrolls the screen and does a one-hit kill off that guy after I got a kill and just was about to win, and I was like, I can't play this, and I've not touched it since. I bought it on launch day. So that
As
game,
did I.
that game's still in my backlog. I do want to play it, of course, but I was a little heated over that incident.
Little heated.
The Batman VS Vita game, the Blackgate.
Yeah.
I bought it. I do want to play it. It's been sitting there, but I've not gone around to completing it. East, I really need to be. What is that? Origins?
Yeah.
I don't care about your mediocre, mundane games. Thanks. Game sucked. Anyway, East, I played the first portion. I got 3 dudes. I'm running a dungeon. It's fun. I put it down to get Zelda and Tearaway out of the way, but it's definitely my backlog. And Beyond Two Souls, I want to beat. Those are my 5 backlogs, 2013.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even mean 2013. I just meant like in general.
That's fine. I have plenty of games back then too, but I'm gonna worry about my more recent ones before they're put back in obscurity.
That's true. Okay. I guess I'll go next. First one is Xenoblade, which I originally played a little bit of back when it was impossible to find like a year or so. I honestly I pirated it. I wanted to see if it was worth actually paying $100 and something for on Amazon, and I played about 8 hours of it, and it was really fun. So I got to get back into that.
Did you play it on your Wii, or did you emulate it?
No, I can't. I played it on the Wii.
Did you use the European version or the?
I did the European version, but with the Japanese audio.
So you can't continue your save. You have to start over again.
No, you could. You can convert your saves if you need to.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
There's some program you can get on your machine, just convert the save and then dump it back to the SD card. What else? I finally got myself a copy of Persona 4. Flip it inside out. It's got a badass cover on the inside.
Let's see. Let me check this out.
Man, you can't tell them that, man.
What? That's crazy.
See?
That's so adorable.
Can we see it?
Sure. Have a look on this audio podcast.
It's incredible. Anyone who can't see this is missing things.
It's very pretty. That'd be a cool poster.
Yeah, it would be. So that's number 1 on my list. 2, I finally got myself a copy of Persona 4.
Yes, that game is also fantastic.
And I got a PS2 controller, so I need to play that.
Oh, you're playing the PS2 version.
Yeah, not the Vita version.
Oh man, you're missing out. It's still a great game, but there's so much added to the Vita version where you can't go back.
I know. But whereas I haven't played either, it's okay.
It's like if you play Assassin's Creed 2, you can never play 1 because all the improvements in 2 you just can't go back to.
Right. Number 3, Vagrant Story.
Fantastic game as well.
Because everyone says to play it. Tom is having some trouble putting this game back on his shelf, apparently.
I'm putting it in a spot that doesn't take a spot there, so it's there now.
Vagrant Story is actually sitting next to my TV right now, and I have not played it, but it's out there as a reminder. Because I am told it's a very good game.
I don't know where I got them all, but this accumulate in my room.
4, I don't know if anyone's heard of this. I'm sure you have. Dreamfall? The Longest Journey?
Dreamfall. Oh, Dreamfall, yes.
It's kind of like I wouldn't say a point-and-click adventure game, but I really don't know how to describe it. It's kind of in the veil of Beyond Good and Evil, but without a combat system.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to have a very, very good narrative. I have played in about an hour of that. So that's about it. Tales of Exilia.
Oh, that's not a game I have to finish.
Played a few hours of that. It's not really grabbing me, but
yeah, I played Graces, and that had a much better.
Graces F was fun.
Yeah, it had a great battle system, and Exilia just seems like it's toned down, not as fun. Graces.
I would agree. I would agree wholeheartedly.
Vesperia had the best, and then Graces was something different, and it was still fun. But this one just seems like a not as fun current.
Now you're talking about Graces or Graces F?
Graces F.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't speak the Nippon.
Yeah. Speaking of the Nippon, because I just picked 10, Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals.
Oh, did you get the DS or the Super Nintendo version?
Super Nintendo version.
The DS version is really good too.
I have it emulated because, it's the game's like 20-something years old. It's okay.
Mike, check that stack of SNES games and see if he has my Lufia 2.
I will.
I'm kidding.
Number 7, close to Tom's heart, Link to the Past.
Yeah,
I never played that.
What?
Yeah, we've had this discussion multiple times.
Did you have a childhood?
I did not have an SNES, actually. I had a Genesis, so I guess the answer is no.
I also had a Genesis. I lived with my grandparents lived downstairs, and we lived above them, and I had a Sega, and my grandmother had a Super Nintendo. It was a great system.
Yeah, so it's on there.
Sega don't with Nintendo. Sega does with Nintendo.
Number 8, getting close to Mr. Konine's heart over there, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns and Patriots.
Metal Gear.
You're in for a sad disappointment. I'm sorry.
Really? Is it not fun?
Do you like 20 hours of movies?
Yeah, well, I love Xenosaga. So
how do you feel about Snake smoking? Because you will see a lot of it.
If I can get through Xenosaga, I think I can get through Guns and Patriots.
Oh, yeah. Xenosaga was worse. Xenosaga was also not very interesting.
On time for a loading screen.
It's not a loading screen, that is installing the data.
Yeah.
It took 40 minutes at a time.
TLDR, when I first got my PS3 and went to install that, it was installing for over 2 hours, and the system was running like crap. Turns out I had a corrupted download of a demo, and as soon as I deleted that, everything started running normally again. It was very weird.
Metal Gear.
Metal
PlayStation
Gear.
downloads in general just take like 3 hours.
Yeah, and then you have to install them.
PS4 is a lot faster.
Is it? PS4, but does PS3 have a gigabit network card?
I don't know what its actual specs are.
I'm sure the PS4 does.
I mean, I don't think it was the hardware side. I think it was the server side.
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm not
sure the
really
PS4
sure.
has got a gigabit card, but very quickly, number 9, Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, fantastic game as well.
I think I lost one of the discs moving. I'm very upset, so I may have to find it. But apparently,
I
they're not
have
that
a
expensive.
few copies of it. I think Micro Center has sealed versions for like $18.
You know what? I think you're right because I remember seeing that. I'm going to have to use that as a thinly veiled excuse to go to Micro Center because it's all of 20 minutes away, and I'm not going back to work for another 3 days, so I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Word. Thanks, Tom.
Cool.
And last but not least, number 10 on the list, Ni no Kuni.
Yay.
It was it's funny, when I got that game, I played a little bit of it, and then that was the 2 weeks that Heidi was sick with mono, so she was not working, and she put, I think, like 40 or 50 hours on that game in 1 week. Like, just beasted through it.
It's so adorable.
I would like to finish that, because I am so early in the game, I do not even have the third character yet.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently the whole party dynamic changes because once you get the third character, you can use, everyone defend, everyone attack, everyone, party commands. Whereas when you have 1 or 2 characters, you cannot, and it's kind of annoying.
So I'm around the same part as you.
Okay. So yeah, that's my list.
Okay. Anything for you guys?
I actually came prepared this week.
I'm still playing through KOTOR. I want to beat
1 or
Dead
2?
Space.
1 or 2?
KOTOR 2.
Okay.
I want to beat Dead Space. Couple other ones. I'm just playing Battlefield pretty much right now.
I'm going to add my entire Steam list.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we need to add 100 games each. Then.
290.
Oh my! Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think I'm up to like 90 something, and I thought that was bad. Holy shit! Of course, now what I'm doing is getting all of my 360 games when they go on sale for like $2 and $5 and $10, so I never have to turn on my 360 again because I'm just sick of that system and Microsoft in general.
But you use Windows 7.
8.
Oh, party on, brother.
Yay, yay.
Metal Gear.
Yeah. So, Corey, anything on your little backloggery? Since you just got a PS3, I'm sure there's some games you want to go back.
Well, there's something I'll sort of segue into. I do want to get back to Valkyria. I do want to try that Folklore game now that I saw how much it was worth when I looked through it. But do you guys know of any games I should get for that PS3?
Oh, what kind of games do you like?
Tom, I think we've talked a lot now that you should know what kind of games I like, and I'm a little upset.
You like telling dudes to kill dudes.
Beat the Uncharted series. It will take you literally like less than a week to beat all 3.
I would agree with that statement. If you like a good story, but you can deal with a little bit of ridiculousness, Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, yeah, that game.
Yeah.
That game should be on your list, definitely.
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls should definitely be on your list.
Infamous is actually pretty fun too.
What is it?
Infamous.
I played a bit of
yeah.
Infamous a while back. That was... I don't know how I felt about it.
If you
That's
appreciate
not
a
my
good
genre
story,
game.
Corey, if you appreciate a good story, I would definitely say pick up Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, all right.
That game is no. I won't spoil anything, but I can't really say that without spoiling anything.
Press X to Jason.
Jason.
Sean.
Let's just say that if you're playing the game and you think you've screwed something up, you will not get a game over screen. The game will just keep on going.
And do yourself a favor.
I
Change the language track to French.
No, don't.
No, the English is not.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I've seen worse. Heard worse.
I want you to go get Nier. Play through Nier and tell me if it's worth playing because I have it myself and I haven't played it.
I actually was looking at games under $10 today on Amazon, I think, and Nier came up, and that looked really stupid looking.
Nier is very polarizing. I've heard a lot of people that love it and a lot of people that think it's garbage.
It was ugly to me. It was an ugly-looking game with an ugly-looking main character.
It's funny. There are 2 versions of that game. They made 2 versions. In Japan, there are 2 different versions. One is the one we have, and then they're the same game, but they changed the story to your sister, and it's very anime-styled.
That might be a
so
little better.
Because in this game, you're saving your daughter, and in the Japanese version, you're saving your sister, because Japan has that weird sister-brother thing.
Oni-chan.
Oni-chan.
Yeah. But it's interesting how they did that.
Try to see what else is on my PS3 shelf from here.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Valkyria Chronicles, we already did that. Uncharted, we already did that. Dark Souls, if you're a masochist, I guess.
No.
Dark Souls is not that difficult. Dark Souls is a game of remembering patterns, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world for me to play.
If you enjoy a good game that is all cutscenes with a little bit of QTE in there for fun, I think Tom knows where I'm going with this one. Really? No? Okay. Asura's Wrath.
Oh, that game.
It's fun.
That game is QTE, the game, yes.
It's stupid, but it's fun.
Oh,
It's
that
dumb.
game.
I made fun dumb, but it's dumb.
Yeah.
What
It's
game
like a Michael Bay movie. It's fun, but you hate yourself for enjoying it.
Yeah.
What else is over there? I can't see that far.
Yeah, I got so many games over here.
Tom, you're right next to your shelf.
I'm
What do they
looking
say?
at them. I have a bunch of Weave games that I won't recommend to you because they're not very good.
Let me see what we got.
Oni-chan.
El Shaddai, that game is pretty neat.
That
What is
game
that?
was very interesting art style. Oh, Corey, Zone of the Enders HD collection.
Oh, I saw that too. That was under $10. I might get that now.
Really?
Get it,
Is
'cause-
that cheap? I might pick it up for that cheap.
It was
I have
on
the originals.
Amazon. I don't know if that was a used copy or what.
Either way,
Zone
I
of,
mean,
you can ignore Zone of the Enders 1. Zone of the Enders 2 is an amazing game.
Thunderbirds 1 is fun.
It was.
I mean, 2 is way better, but
Yeah.
1's still a fun game.
You want me to do what with Jehuti?
Fun fact, Fake Viper in that game.
Yep. Zoradius. Zoradius.
And I think the pilot in that game is the pilot of Fake Viper when you play Gradius.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, that's a nice little Italian they did.
Corey, downloadable, I think. I can't remember how much it is. It might be like $15. If you enjoy Zelda type games, I would say take a look at Okami.
Oh, yeah, I'll come to you.
Yep.
I don't actually enjoy Zelda type games, but I have played Okami in the past, and I did enjoy the art style a lot.
Though the one on PS3 is a high def remake, so it looks even more pretty.
Oh, speaking of high def remakes, I'm definitely getting the Shadow of the Colossus
Yes,
remake.
yes, absolutely.
Is that still free on PSN Plus?
It is. No, I thought about getting
I don't think
PSN
so.
Plus just.
Oh, definitely get it. I have a free trial for a month if you want.
Yeah, maybe I do because I do want that game, and I do want Eco.
Eco.
Yeah.
I've never played that one. I've only played Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus is a very fun game.
I didn't like Eco as much as Shadow of the Colossus. I'm not the
Get a
biggest fan of
chance to
Eco at
play
all.
Eco. Do you think we'll ever see The Last Guardian in our lifetime?
I don't care.
No, man, no.
I have no interest in that game.
Did anyone ever play ACE Another Century's Episode?
No.
Never even heard of it.
I hadn't heard of it either, but then I saw this and I want it.
What is it?
I'm going to link you to it now.
Awesome.
PS3 downloadable game or something?
It's a PS3 game that seems to feature all kinds of giant robot suits from animes.
I'm interested now.
Oh, no, I see that cover art. It does look familiar.
I think I've heard about this, and then I didn't. It just sort of vanished from my mind, and I saw it on Amazon for like $6.36 used. Apparently, it will work on my region's PS3, and
$37.
well, used $6.36,
Oh, man.
which I'm sure is probably not the price I'd get it for. Probably $12.
$15. That's not bad.
What is it? A mech fighter, or what kind of game is it?
I don't know. It seems to be in Japanese at parts too, at least from these little pictures it gives you.
It's fun to think about that
Oh,
Japan. They seem like their games in Japanese.
Oh, I see something from Robotech.
There's something from Code Geass.
Do you got any Ryuka 7 in here?
Ships and sold from Akihabara Games. Sugoi desu
12 flipper rolls.
14.
I don't think that's a real thing, man.
Okay, let's move on to what have you been playing, and then I think I'll end the episode because I have to go to bed at some point.
Okay. I'm finishing up GTA 5. I beat the main story. I'm going around doing a little bit of the side missions. I probably won't 100% the game.
Is it worth playing? Because I'm still like before bank heisting, and I have not.
The story is a lot shorter than the other games, but it's more condensed and more interesting.
Okay.
So it's
I'm at the part.
It might be like half the story might be like half the length of GTA 4, but it's much more interesting. I actually care about what's going on.
Okay.
I'm at the part where you just have to sabotage the iPhone and then the guy's head.
I did play that mission.
That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, GTA 5, I just finished that. Final Fantasy 14, level 50. I'm starting to do the endgame stuff soon. Bravely Default demo, that's fun. I'll probably pick that up when it comes out, because it looks like what Final Fantasy should be, and it's portable, so that will be good. Rune Factory 4, playing a little bit of, hasn't really caught me yet, but we'll see what happens with that. The character designs are annoying, but the environments and the world design is gorgeous. So that kind of makes up for it. And I'll probably jump into Ease a little bit, because I've heard you can knock those. Yeah, I've heard you can knock each game out in like 10 hours, I think.
Ease 1 is short, yeah. 2 is a little more lengthy, but not much more. It has the magic system and stuff to it, so it's a little more gameplay stuff.
So that's what I'm playing. Really, the only thing on my radar as of right now is Bravely Default and Watch Dogs.
Ooh. When does Watch Dogs come out?
February, I think.
Is that PS3 and PS4?
PS3, PS4, Xbox.
It's a Ubisoft game, so anything that can run it.
Yeah.
If
your toaster has a GTX Titan in there, you could probably finagle.
Mine does.
All right then. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm going PC with that all the way.
Yeah, me too.
Did I mention how Assassin's Creed 3 runs like absolute garbage on my laptop, but 4 plays at max settings?
You did. We had that conversation.
Man, it was
very weird.
Terrible. I don't get it. I mean, I heard the game was badly optimized, but I play on my desktop and it plays perfectly.
Is that game any better on PC than it is on console?
Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
I have fun with it. I have no problems.
I feel that they changed something in the control scheme that I just can't stand it.
I know he has a son, you play as him, but I'm still the dad. So
there's actually no release date for Watch Dogs. It just says Q2, 2014. Yeah. I must have pushed it back again. Because originally it was supposed to come out in, I think, November.
It's supposed to be with the launch of the PS4.
Was it launch time? Okay.
There were bundle packages of that game of PS4, and it canceled it, and a lot of people lost their PS4 pre-orders.
That would make a lot of people angry. Tom, what is that poster above your second monitor? To your right. Yeah.
Star Ocean 3.
Oh. Okay.
Terrible game.
I have the same poster, actually.
Star Ocean 3.
Had a fun battle system, but the story was just so bad.
It's Star Ocean, yeah. And then
Star Ocean 2 was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Star Ocean 2
Oh, that's another one on my backlog, because I have that.
Star Ocean 1 and 2 are really great games.
This is why I don't trade in any of my PS1 games.
3 is, no.
You mean
Let me just, have any of you played Star Ocean 3?
You mean we're the game?
Have you played 3?
Yeah, I got to the very end.
Okay, yes.
And so then I was just like, what the hell is this?
The twist of Star Ocean 3. The first twist is that you're like a super ultra weapon creature god. And you don't know this.
God?
Well, of course you are. Your name is Fate Line God.
Goddamn anime. And you're like, alright, this is pretty anime, that's alright. I'm a cool dude, I'm special chosen, that's why I'm playing as him. Then no, what you actually are is a program in a fucking game simulator, because the whole universe we live in is a goddamn simulated fucking video game, and we go out of the fucking video game into the real world, which is the 4D universe, and we fuck with their shit and destroy the game, and that is Star Ocean 3. It makes no fucking sense, it's awful.
And then the universe comes back because we have the power to yeah, really. We have the power to make ourselves real. It doesn't explain a goddamn thing.
Not only does it have a retarded storyline. It retroactively ruins every other good game
Yeah.
in the series by saying it was in a fucking simulated universe. I don't usually get mad at video games because they have bad stories. I'm okay with that if it's a fun game. But if you go back and ruin one of my favorite PS1 games because your game is that shitty it has to rely on a bad mechanic, fuck that. Also, MP kills you.
Well,
I forgot about that.
you remember Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yeah.
Where they try to convince you that the whole game was a simulation of Metal Gear Solid 1?
Yep.
Yes, that was the whole end of the second end of the game, yeah.
It's like, oh. It's like, wait, I played through this game just so it can be a computer simulation or some kind of
Star
simulation.
Ocean 3 was like that you jump out of like a computer monitor and people are like, wow, is this a new game feature?
It's like you're in the middle of a little virtual. You're in the middle of a city, and you jump out of a virtual monitor just sailing in the middle of the city. Like, how does that make sense to begin with? I mean, nobody's playing the game on that damn screen there. Why is it having people coming out of it?
Mega Man
So
Battle
ridiculous.
Network?
No, it's just
and
so
this
ridiculous.
super futuristic city that has a game program.
Yeah, and then you're fighting
You go down
the
the street, you
creator
buy a
of the game.
sword, and you go to a place, start fighting robots. I mean,
You start fighting the creator of the game, and he just starts screaming, "No, you're just data."
Wait, what game is that?
Star Ocean 3.
Game of
So
the Year.
ridiculous.
And Star Ocean 4 had the balls to come out, first off. Let me
I
just
could not
mention
play
that Tri-Ace is like one of my favorite developers.
Yeah, I couldn't play the 360 version because the English track is just so bad. It's just I couldn't even
The
play it on
English track
mute.
isn't bad, the dialogue is bad. Because there are 3 characters in specific that ruin that game,
That
and they don't
little
ever
kid.
stop talking. The little kid, the girl with the wings, and the other girl.
Yeah. Let's
all-
go, Edgy. Edgy, it's time to go. Like I can't even play this game on mute now. That's just burned in my brain. So then I went and got
so bad.
I got the PS3 version, and if you look on a bunch of sites like GameSpot and Metacritic, the PS3 version is usually 5 to 10 points higher simply because you don't have to play with the English audio because it's just so bad.
Oh god, it was awful. I got to the final save point in the 360 version, and I just didn't finish it. I never beat Star Ocean 4. I own the PS3 version. I might just play it because Star Ocean.
And if you notice that the PS3 version has like the anime cover,
Hmm?
if you look at the PS3 version and compare it to the 360 version, it's like, wow, anime cover.
Oh, yeah, I guess. That's not offensive, but
Sugoi!
it's not super anime.
No. But compare it to the other the 360 cover where it's like the character renderings.
360 has been off my shelf for a while.
I don't even remember the last time I turned mine on, to be quite honest.
Yeah, mine's dead.
We played Soul Calibur.
Ah, that's right, we played Soul Calibur. And you start playing his Yun song because every time he falls, he says, Ugu, Ugu, Ugu.
Yes.
Soul Calibur.
Or.
Anything else you've been playing?
Not me.
Mr. Michael?
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield.
Alright, Mr.
With my
Corey?
shitty PS2 graphics.
I have played so much Rome Total War 2 recently that I think I've driven myself insane. And it's gotten to the point where I can't stop now because I've just lost an entire army at sea when a fleet of Carthaginian ships came at me because I was trying to save
bastards.
Rome. My Macedonian armies were coming over to save Rome. It was being invaded. I landed in Italy, and they took out my second army. So I have this one army fighting hordes of Carthaginians and Libyans and Nova Carthaginians who I didn't even know existed. But I had to look them up because they are in Spain somewhere, and there's no way I can win.
They came out of the computer simulation and they're fighting against their creators.
I would be terrible because these men are much bigger than I am. But when I'm behind the screen with the keyboard, I can kick their ass. No matter how many men they can send at me, I'm smarter than the computer. Up until a point when I realize it's an effort in futility, Rome's gonna fall. I shouldn't be in Italy. It's a quagmire.
Yo, Corey, I see Game Shark sticking out of your PC. Think you cheating?
I actually have a PC Game Shark. It was just a disc. It is a program that ran. It's also just a hex editor.
That's all the Game Sharks were, weren't they?
Yeah, but they actually came up with one for the PC, so it was kind of confusing.
Hmm.
Because you can get a hex
Why?
editor program and do it that way.
Codebreaker.
All right. I would say I've been playing. I've played The Wolf Among Us.
How was?
How was that?
Have you read Fables?
No, not really.
No, nobody reads comics around here.
Not.
I've heard of it several times in passing and saw it in a comic book window shop. Does that count?
You're aware of it. That's pretty good. Anyway, it's I guess a precursor to the main story of Fables, and I don't know how it works because there's some things that happen in the game that don't line up with the comic book, but it's very good. I don't know if you are aware of what it is, but Fables is a comic book based on it has all fairy tales are kind of in a section of New York City in modern day, but they're
I
still
have heard of that.
they're all still like from back in their mystical land, and like there was Beauty and Beast were Beauty and Beast, and the Big Bad Wolf was a Big Bad Wolf and stuff. But they all get together in the city, and it's our current day, and it pretty much follows. The main characters are Snow White and Bigby, which is the Big Bad Wolf, but they have this thing called glamour where it makes them human form. So they all look human and stuff. And Bixby is
Was it like a liquid or something?
it's
a
magic.
magic spell.
It's a magic spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glamours are often referred to as the magic spell, and I know this from reading many other kin forums, the magic spell in which mystical creatures use to disguise themselves amongst the mudbloods amongst us.
They call them Mondays.
Oh my god, do they?
Mondays?
Oh god.
Mondays. Mundanes.
Everyone has to have stupid words for normal people now.
But they're mundanes. They're not fables.
Normies.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, and then there's like ones who don't get glamour and they get sent to the special place, and that's a comic plot, and they mention it a lot in the game too, called the farm.
What kind of a game is it?
It's a Telltale game.
Oh, okay. So okay.
It's Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is coming out, I think, this month.
Gotcha.
Next few weeks. It's very good. Your choices actually do have a big impact. Like there's one part in the game where you can save somebody completely, and they become a person in the second episode if you save them.
Mm.
How
long is it?
Average episode length of a Telltale, I think it was 2 hours.
How long?
2 hours?
Oh, okay. So that might be something I can pick out and just knock out in an afternoon.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean,
Cool.
Fables is a good comic book world, so why not? Yeah. So you're a detective, and you got to solve. People have been dying, and you're figuring out what happens, and of course, it ends on a cliffhanger because it's an episodic game as such.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I recommend it. I've also played. I've been playing Link Between Worlds, of course. I've mentioned that. And what else have I been playing?
Some Beyond 2 Ellen Pages.
Codar 2.
Dude, I unlocked Force
Did
Lightning.
you just say Beyond 2 Ellen Pages?
Yeah. Force Lightning in that game. I walk up to groups of enemies, I'm just like...
Force crush, man. You just pick them up and crush them.
I'm just a melee physical character, so every time I use a spell, it just doesn't work. It's like stun droid, saved. Stun droid, saved. And I just go smack once and they die. So I'm like, whatever.
Dude, physical characters blow. Do you remember the final boss fight in that game?
I never beat 2.
You never beat 2.
I lost my save file.
Well, it's so... Do you care about spoilers from a game that's been around as...
Saying I'm currently playing it, yes, I do care.
Well, you're playing it with mods. Ridiculous mods, like thinner females. And
I
hotter females.
installed that one mod. And the added content. But I don't have anything else. And I think I have like fancy lightsabers, but I haven't got a lightsaber yet, so it doesn't matter.
You don't get one for a while in that game. Although it's faster than the first one, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. The first one, you're just like, here's the order. You can have a lightsaber now because you're a special Jedi. Plot spoilers. But yeah, that's pretty much my. Once I bust these games, I'm gonna go get my backlog going because I need to have a set list of games and play them because otherwise I'll just keep jumping games and never get anything done.
Do you remember what happened to the last guy that stood in my way?
You're the last 2 guys that stood in the way that swayed me between you and this door. You can open for me now? I can't. All right, you're number 3. It keeps going for a while too. He gets like 6 guys. It still says like
I
the last
killed
5 guys. I said there.
I killed all of them, and then
In-
all the exchange, and then everybody I was working for. So I was like,
In KOTOR 2, there's
Oh.
this door that is the exchange, and there's a guard in front of the door. You can talk to him, and one of the choices you can just kill him if you don't open the door. It's like, open the door, I'll kill you, and you kill him. And then you come back later, there's another guy there, and you talk to him. It's like, do you know I'm the last guy who said no to me? And you kill him, and then you go back later and says, do you have the last 2 guys that happened? And it just goes on like that.
So by the end of the game, is it like, you know what happened to the last 96 people that didn't let me through this door?
Well, if you play the game, you go in there in 2 minutes to kill everybody anyway, but...
Yeah.
Or not, depending. I'm a good guy, but...
Oh, why would you ever play good?
I just pick what I would usually choose if I was a mean person. I'm not usually an evil
Yeah,
person.
and Tom, I'm going to I'm going to say my question again. Why would you ever choose to be good?
I'm quite evil.
I usually always play a good character except for Mass Effect games where I'm just a raging badass.
You're not really that bad in Mass Effect. You're just kind of a
Renegade.
You can commit genocide in the first one if you want to.
against bugs. Fuck those things.
Still genocide.
Renegade. What's it good? Paragian or something like that?
Paragon.
Paragon, yes.
Paragian. Okay.
Paragian?
I haven't played Mass Effect 1 in years.
It's
Oh,
Tom, are you playing neutral or you're playing evil, super bad guy?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just playing whatever. I do some dark side things, but I'm usually going towards the light.
You know, he makes some bad choices sometimes, but he's generally a good guy.
I mean, sometimes it's like, this guy's being a dick, I'm just gonna kill him, fuck him, I'm not dealing with this guy.
Oh wow, that's real dark. That's the problem with KOTOR games, is they get real dark with a lot of that.
Yeah, it's like some things are like, you know what, I'm gonna turn the other cheek, and he can go on killing all those people. I'm like, no what, fuck this guy, he's dying, and I'll pick the one that says, fuck this guy, he's dying, because I
want
care
evil
about my virtual people.
I want evil choices, but I don't want to just like crush his throat in front of people. I want to do something like ruin his life financially.
It's like,
Or
like
kill
I've been
him.
saying, KOTOR is black or white. It's either like, there's a kitten in a tree, either you cut the tree down, you save the kitten, and you give him milk, and you pet him for hours, or you kill the kitten, you kill his family, you kill everybody who stands next to the tree. Because this is KOTOR, and we have one or two choices.
KOTOR is entirely about the balance between the light and the dark. How you can't go for the storyline very clearly goes in that direction.
My favorite one is like, so the bunch of these mercenaries were beating up this little shopkeep guy, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? They're like, this guy owes me money, and I'm like, good, rough him up, and I walked away.
Was that from the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's the guy that you just like talk to and you make him jump off the edge of a cliff.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
That one's awesome.
My
Kill yourself.
persuade is like all the way, so whatever I tell them to do, they'll.
Yeah, my persuade's really high, too.
It's the most fun in that game. You always have to get your like ability to talk people all the way up in those kind of games. Same thing in Mass Effect.
Oh, it's like the one part where it's like you need to get the droid plans to hack the guy's droid to hack the mainframe. And it's like, I can't give you the plans, I need money. And it's like, all right, how much money do you need? He's like, I don't know, a lot. I'm like, all right, I'll talk to somebody. Like, no, man, this goes so deep. I'm like, all right, either give me the plan, I'm going to kill you because I'm sick of this conversation already. I skipped that whole part.
Have you gotten to Nar Shaddaa? Or I think that's what it's called.
No, I'm on the surface of the first planet. Talos, I think.
There's a side quest when you get there, and you can try to find a dancer for one of the huts. And if you're a female character, you can volunteer yourself. And if you're a female dark side character and you're hideous and ravaged by evil, like my character was, the gentleman who's picking out people is like, are you sure you want to be the dancer? Could we not have one of your crew over there, the very beautiful women you have behind you? And you're like, no. And, you know, I did this, like, lame little dance for not Jabba, one of the huts, and he got very bored, and there was some sort of side quest where you could break into a vault, and that was one of the broken things. Nothing happened from it.
Yeah, maybe they fixed it. I got far in that game before. I was near the end of it, but I can't tell you how far I was when I lost my save.
That game is great.
Are you sure you want to dance for me? Are you sure?
You do have
hon.
much more beautiful women behind you. Could they also dance? Maybe stand in front of you?
Nah, just me. Nah, just me, sugar.
I was gray and like wrinkly, and my face just had
That's
like
one
yellow
thing I
eyes.
don't like though. Is like you turn gray and wrinkly, and that's it.
Wear a mask. That's what I did.
Remove your jaw like the first game.
Yes.
What a shitty villain Darth Malak was.
Yeah, he was kind of a punk.
I beat
Okay.
you, Revan. By
Are you still
shooting
there?
your
Yes,
ship.
I am here.
We wrapping this up? We're done? Anything else?
Can you take a Bane mask and be like, I didn't choose the dark side.
The dark side chose me, Batman.
I give the dark side to the people.
Man, I really want to talk about how bad that movie was, but this is not the time or place.
That movie was terrible.
It was
Let's
so
talk
bad.
about it for another 3 hours.
Wait,
Are there
I'm-
any mods to make your guy look kind of cooler than Gray?
Look on the. There's a site dedicated to Code R2 mods, so check that one out.
There should be a mod for masks, because that game had like 2 masks in it. They weren't very good.
They're just visors.
I want like a Cabal mask, with the eyes, just like...
There was like the Sith mask, the visor, the breather mask, and that was it.
Breathe is all you need.
So I'm planning to come up with a better format for this. I've been playing around with it, so I'm going to let you guys know and post it. But I plan to have a central topic, and then we can talk about this other stuff on the side too.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because we kind of trail off and talk about nothing like we did
Hey,
today.
the first video has 83 views, which isn't...
I saw that.
For 0 advertisement, it's not awful.
Yeah.
I had somebody follow me on Twitter today. I was like, what? You serious? Send me those tweets, baby.
They're not going to.
No, of course not.
I should just like go to like the popular YouTubers and just spam our links in every one of them.
No, you gotta make a follow-up video. Post a follow-up video and just a podcast. There's nothing
We
to
should
do
just
with
start drama with one of those people who have like 8 million subscribers.
it. Yeah, no.
It's like, hey,
No,
you
Hey,
know,
Jontron, you suck. You don't know how to make a good video like us.
hey, your beard ain't that good. Mine's better.
Yo, guys, I saw Jontron. He was there. I looked at him and I was like, oh, that's a guy, and I went back to do my job.
Did you smell him? You smell his glorious Nippon?
I guess James Rolfe was there and the Game Grumps, but I didn't see either of them. I saw the people from Screw Attack, though. People
You saw
hated it.
the guy with the glasses?
Was he there? He's not really a video game guy.
Is he angry Nintendo nerd?
No, I didn't.
What?
I told you who I saw. I saw Jontron and Screw Attack guys.
Oh, man.
And that's our show for today. And on that note of yes. Hey.
No,
hey.
don't
I know,
you
I
do
know,
it.
I know what this entails to. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this week on the Popular Podcast. I am awesome. With me, of course, my outro to my friends here. Say your things. Say things.
Goodbye, guys.
Yes.
Bye.
That's what I
Bye.
want. Damn it! Almost missed it. Fuck it. It's over. I'm done.